from recommendations by the county health department. So I think if you're gonna move forward that way, we can still go back to reflecting to what Dr. Maurer recommends as the subject matter expert in the coronavirus.
Should say close.
What was the date we closed it the first time?
A week ago.
No, before that.
No, it was before that.
It was closed
I
before
mean,
that.
that's just it. I mean, we didn't vote on any of those others.
No,
so
I didn't.
Why don't we just go to what it was?
I closed it the first time.
Mhm.
So.
And then we met to vote on whether we could open it because that's how you decided to do it.
So we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second for that motion?
Second.
The motion is to,
Revert back to what the, it was open, it was.
What was the
open.
date? Was it July?
Is that Wednesday, wasn't it?
It was a Wednesday.
Are you original?
Don't we have to say that it
Closed
wasn't
it after.
mandated by the government?
So then Wednesday the 8th.
So they can't open?
we've got a motion. So the motion is to revert back to,
He's still working on his motion.
Well, okay, can I interject a second?
Yes, please.
Since that time that we had it open though, Keisha had come out with a new recommendation as far as masks are concerned. So when Mr. Wilson and I got together, we worked on a statement when we were gonna reopen, we thought we were gonna reopen to say, okay,
With
we're gonna
masks.
reopen, but with these Keisha recommendations regarding masks in place. So I'm all for reopening necessarily, but I think the mask recommendation still needs to be in place. Now, it could all be for naught come Wednesday or Thursday.
Which for outside was like coaches and bystanders, right?
Right. If you're actually running,
But
you
if you're
want to have
running,
your
you didn't
mask
wear
on.
one. Right.
If you're in the weight room and you're just a bystander, you're gonna have your mask on. If you're at open gym, you're gonna play volleyball. If you're on the court, you probably didn't have your mask on because you were playing and it was gonna get wet. If you were on the sideline, you're gonna have your mask on. Coaches should have their mask on. If you're in the weight room and, I mean, I can understand, maybe if I'm doing squats, maybe I don't need it on, but
If you had a spotter.
I would guess a lot of people could probably squat with a mask on.
I rescind my motion. I move that we do it per Acacia regulation.
I just assumed that, sorry.
No second.
Yeah, I got the second on that one.
so the motion is to now open it back July what?
28th.
What day's that?
Tuesday.
July 28th, following Keisha recommendations. So does that mean that we won't have a meeting next week?
Yes. Well, unless you want to call one for some special meeting.
And you're talking no meeting, no health official advice. You're just saying just open it.
Per Acacia.
Unless Board of Education says no, right?
Then you have to have a meeting. You'll need to have a special meeting.
This gives us hope.
That we'll have a meeting or not have a meeting? Oh, okay.
That's it. It's budget.
Any more discussion? The motion is to allow the weight room to open July 28th following Keisha recommendations.
Activities.
All activities, this is activities.
Summer activities.
Summer activities.
My last discussion, so we're going by Keisha, not local health officials, is that correct?
We're doing masks and social distancing and
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, that was a clarification issue.
I got the second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
3. Sean, Craig, and Mike.
Yeah.
I think we should have to vote like this too.
I know, but Jamie can't.
He can be an aye man. Who's
All those
This
opposed,
side.
same sign, say aye.
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 I only heard 3.
And if the governor's order stands, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Just making sure.
Do we have a special meeting then? After the
How many people can phone in?
27th?
You want to phone in?
2, I think.
That's all we're talking about.
You can phone. You can phone in. I don't know. I've never had more than one. Just saying.
City council has 2,
That phone in?
and they have 6.
So, can I make a motion? Don't we need to?
For what?
If it's rescinded, like if she does not put out her executive order, then we have to follow it, right? We can
Wait.
still open the weight room.
You gotta remember that her executive
Like
order
we said-
states August 10th to September 8th.
Okay. But we said.
Because it
that we
doesn't
would
say
meet
anything right now.
To discuss it with local health officials.
Right.
Don't we need to do that?
Oh, so you're saying would it be open from the 8th to the 8th?
It could,
Yeah.
to the 10th,
Or the
or the
10th,
9th of
I mean.
August, 9th of August. Because that's what her mandate says.
Well, my issue is we said we were going to have a meeting after we talked to local health officials to try to open it on that date. If it doesn't follow through, I think you still have to do that. That's what we voted on. Is that not correct?
That's what the meeting on the 27th is.
Yeah. We voted, that's what we voted on, that we had to meet to discuss something.
Sometimes we let local health officials attend, and sometimes we let the government.
So if, just not making a motion, but if you talked about opening it up according to CASA rules, if the local health department agrees on the 28th, could we make a motion that way so we could leave it
Which
up to?
Dr. Meyer did at one time.
We could
Yeah,
leave
we
it up to
can do
Mr.
that.
Wilson,
So you know.
talking to Dr. Maurer,
Right.
being in agreement, but also
She did.
follow CASA regulations, just to at least have that conversation, but it'll still allow it to open up,
Yeah,
which
because
would
you know
require.
somebody's
the
gonna
meeting.
call and say, well, we can still open it on the 28th. We agreed that we were gonna meet and talk about it. If the health department said it was fine, then that's fine, but
I think
that's how we
we're
voted.
just trying to say, can we make a motion to let Mr. Wilson or one of the principals talk to Dr. Maurer,
Yeah, that's
follow
fine.
CASA guidelines, and open it on the 28th, which would be the 2 weeks past our previous recommendation from last
Yeah,
week.
I feel like that's our duty, because that's what we voted to approve in our last meeting.
So I'll make a motion to open all summer activities as of July 28th, following CASA guidelines under the approval by Dr. Maurer, which we
Or
talked
local
about,
health
or
officials.
local health officials.
Because she might not be there.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion to open summer activities July 28th, following CASA guidelines upon the approval of local health officials. Michael moved, Sean seconded it. Discussion.
Jamie heard that.
Jamie, did you hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, ma'am. I was waiting. I just wanted to make sure we're doing stuff according to local health officials. That's kind of the whole thing.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried 7-0.
Okay, before you let go today, you guys really need to decide this fall how many board meetings you want to have a month.
8.
Are you gonna let your are you gonna let your administrators do the work, or are you gonna meet every time something comes up? You need to think about it, because every week's not right. We get paid nice money to make decisions. You need to let us make them. We can call Maurer. We called Maurer once before. The board didn't like it. So, let us know if you're gonna use this or not gonna use this. Because you're gonna be out there every week, farting around, trying to make a decision on something they're hard. I mean, they're not, some things need discussion, and we need to have special meetings, and sometimes you gotta let administration just take care of it. Okay? Because you're gonna be up here a lot. This fall's gonna be different than anything we've ever done. So we gotta, some of it's gotta kind of distribute out, have us do it. Some of it, we do need your input, definitely. That's all I got.
Anything else? Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody.
I like to see every week if the tax getting